Okay, this is the last task of this unit. This is task 22, text 2. This one is kind of putting some different things together. So the first thing you're going to do, and I'm basically just going to walk you through this one, is you're going to need a box. Any size will do. Then extrude that box using push-pull. And just do a little bit right there. Then the next thing you're going to do, so you're going to go to the text tool. And it will open if you click on it better. So I'm just going to write, "You're done." Or, yeah, let's do that. Let's just do done. Done. Okay, it's going to be a foot tall. Text is filled in. We're going to unclick that. We're going to hit OK. 6 inches there. Okay? So you can see I can put this anywhere. We'll just put it on the top for fun here. So this is actually going to go over a few of the additional features that we talked about, grouping and ungrouping. This is looking at how you basically, as I said, are putting a lot more together than in previous tasks. There are a few that do require you to do several things. So, first things first, go back up here, select our select tool, click on here. We're going to hit explode, which is going to take this from being a group to not being a group. And you can notice already, so I'm going to pan this around, you can already notice that there's a bit of a difference between these different letters. So I'm going to show you the difference. So grab your push-pull tool. I can select this one. I can go up. I can go down. Get out of that. I just hit escape. If I try to click on this D, it's not going to do what I want it to. So what I need to actually do is I need to make sure that that D is actually residing in this surface. You'll see this with any closed letters. So I'm going to click on that part, and I'm going to click on that part. An easier way to have done this would have been to drag the square around it and selected the whole thing at a time. So I'm going to intersect that with the model. You can see, I apparently didn't get that other one, how the color changes. So I can come back here and I can now do the same thing there. Again, the O won't let me do that. I'm going to do the same thing here again. So, sometimes with these curves, actually this is a great example. So this curve, I click here, I can't do that. So I have to explode the curve, then I have to go back and I have to intersect with the model. So luckily that I chose a word that I get to show you all these different things, because I actually wasn't thinking that through. So explode curve, still selected, intersect with model, and there we go. So if we select all of this, whoops. Okay. So what we're going to do is, the other thing we can do now, there we go. So the other thing, so we're going to go down a 1/4 of an inch. And we can check that out by see if you go like that. That's now recessed a 1/4 of an inch. And I can go back through and do the same thing. Select our O, up or down. So if I put 0.25, it'll recess an inch, and you can continue on. So that basically is it. You are, and you can do a couple different things here. You can do the O at a different a level, leaving it in or out. I recommend doing it the way I did it, because then you have this raised point here, and the same thing with the D. That's going to be a stylistic choice to a certain extent, depending on what you're doing. That is pretty much it. You have reached the end of task 22 and the end of the basics Google SketchUp. So, next unit, which will dive deeper into things, uh, will be the next time you hear from me. Thank you very much. And again, that was task 22, text 2.